It's a little bit into the Halloween period. This is Paul. Today we're going to do a full 6 hours, maybe 7 hours of GrubHub, and I'm interested in seeing how that does and compare it to DoorDash, especially if you're in that transitional period where you've started one or you've been dashing for a while and you wonder just how well GrubHub does in comparison. Well, I've been doing that for about a month now, but only on the weekends, and I'm a top dasher, so I stay mostly with that, but I'm finding that GrubHub may pay more money. And one of the things we do know is that the concentric zones are much wider for GrubHub, and so they give you orders that are quite a bit more. Let's take a look and see what we got here. This is the first GrubHub of the day. Let me see if I can see. It was $8.98. And we're going to take it. It's not huge, but we're going to take it, and we're going to keep a tally and do 6 to 7 hours. We are looking today to make $100 to $120 or more. And so let's see what happens. I'll keep you in tune throughout the day. Just a couple things about today's test for GrubHub is it's sort of a rainy day here in Kansas. It's a Sunday. Sundays, for me, tend to be the most lucrative day of the week, and people are always saying, what do you mean, aren't Fridays and Saturdays? They're the second and third busiest, but Sundays just tend to be more lucrative across DoorDash and GrubHub. So one of the other things about, when it rains, I think it's a little bit of just luck of the draw. Used to think that when it would rain, more people would stay in, more people would order. That may be the case, but storms also kind of tend to draw people out. And so it's just really unknown. The one thing I know that I'm doing right now is I'm on a road leaving the main city that I work in, which is about 500,000 people, to one of the rural cities that's real close. And you'll go do that with DoorDash, but not very much, because DoorDash has zoned their delivery areas so tightly now that they don't send you out of your little zone. And there's good things and bad things about that. The good thing is you don't find yourself way out and traveling back where you don't qualify for orders because you're out of the zone. But you also, I think it keeps you from getting a little bit bigger orders. Like I'm going on an order here to Applebee's, which is about $8.89 or $9.99, right at $9. So for DoorDash, that's a really good order for me. I get a lot more $6, $6.50 orders, and they throw a lot of lowball orders at you for $2 and $3 and $4, which I have to pass on, which then affects my acceptance rate, which has to stay up to, let's see if I can beat this light. There we go. And you have to get that acceptance rate up at about 70% and above, and right now mine's hovering right there, and it tends to do that towards the end of the month because I have to bypass a lot of low ball orders nowadays with DoorDash. And it's not a complaint, and I'm not pitting the two against each other here in this comparison. We're just looking at data for people that are trying to make a side hustle income and want to make the most they can with their time, because both of these side hustle jobs.
Use the second from the left lane to turn left onto South Andover Road.
They're telling me what to do here as I come into Andover. Both of these jobs make you side money that's real, that you can have. They're both godsends in my opinion. But I just want to talk about it. We'll do a lot more long order driving with GrubHub, and we'll do a lot more of your
Use the second from the left lane to turn left onto South Andover Road.
bigger orders, and we'll see if over our time and our gas how much more we make if we do with GrubHub. So I'm going to sign off. I'll see you a little bit more down the road. Hopefully not going to get rained on today. Another little bit of information. We're going on our second order. This is Subway. It is about $8 on this order as well. So on a DoorDash day, this would be really good to have two $8 to $9 orders in a row. The strange part of it is, one, on the app, when you're doing GrubHub, it doesn't show you on the front side of the app how much money you've made, which I wish it did. Because in DoorDash, you can always look up at the top of your app and you know exactly how much money you've made, which is like super important. You can't do that, and you've got to do something else, extra things.
In 1,000 feet, right onto East Zimmerman.
The other thing that is on GrubHub is they will send you orders.
Right onto East Zimmerman Street, then turn right onto Page Street.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. We're going to go.
Turn right onto Page Street, then turn right onto East Grail Street. In half a mile.
Oh, now the football game came back on. I'm listening to the football game, and the station went out for a little while. And but the other thing with GrubHub is they will send you orders while you're driving. Which, hey, I want as many orders as I can get. But then you have to view it, which means while you're multitasking on the road driving, you've got to stop what you're doing. You got to look at what it is. You've got to accept it or not accept it, and then you've got to get back to your Google Maps or whatever you were doing to get where you're going. And sometimes that's a little hard to do. Where DoorDash tends to, if they're going to give you two orders, they'll give you two orders at the very beginning of the delivery cycle, and then you won't have anything else come from them until you clear your order. And you're always hoping that what'll happen is you will get an order just as quickly as you can when you get off of your last order. But those are some of the things that are different. But so far we're making more money quicker today than we would with DoorDash on the first two orders. All right, well, hey, the sun.
Turn right onto East 71st Street, Southeast Meadowlark Road.
All right, thank you, Google Maps. Sun's starting to peek out a little bit. I like it. And I just took an order that was $14, which those are the ones that I'm interested in seeing a lot more of, obviously. Those pushed me into my profit. So two $8 to $9 ones, about a $1,400 one, and
right, then turn right.
All right, let me do this right real quick.
In a quarter mile, make a U-turn.
Okay, we're gonna turn and go a different direction. Let me turn around here where I can show you a couple off-road vehicles. These are pretty awesome looking. So we're gonna do this. One of the things about GrubHub is that when you get an order or you pick up an order for DoorDash, it automatically opens up Google Maps and turns it on. I like that because you're gonna need it no matter how seasoned you are. But with
take the next left on the North Rock Road.
With GrubHub, it doesn't do that. You got to turn it on, and you have to push the button 4 or 5 times because at first it pulls up the maps, but it doesn't engage the maps, and it engages something else. Then you push it again, and it finally gets the map working for you. And that's kind of a pain in the butt. But here, I put $22 worth of gas in.
North Rock Road for 1 mile.
All right, maybe Google Maps will shut up for just a moment. When you get an order like I did, $22 worth of gas and a little bit of food, about $28 worth of expenditures. And now that I've gotten these 3 orders, I'm into the profit, about $7 into the profit. I skipped taking an order that was $5.60 because I thought that maybe